Welcome back once again to the world's most boring video series. I'm migrating all of my websites to a single cloud server on OVS. If you're starting with episode 15, why? Okay. Again, mostly this is all for the record, right? Just so that it exists. All right, so what am I up to? So I have my main website on Reclaim still, split over two environments. Long story. I have my new environment on OVH. I don't know if I have a window still for that. I got a couple of new tabs here, which I'll close. Taskmaster Australia, which finished. I'm halfway through the movie Nikita. It's pretty good. Not the first time I've seen it, but I'll close that window. Yeah, okay. All right, so that's my DNS records, etc. Okay, now. So I don't have the new environment open at the moment, but that's fine. The way I'm working with my new environment, I have VS Code, and I can edit directly into the files that are in my VPS in the cloud. That's a big step for me. The way I've always done it is to edit locally and then upload. Now I'm editing directly. See, here I am, and you can see down here where I'm connected to. I've set that all up with key-based access, and it is working really well now. Build with agent I might experiment with later, but for now, just want to keep things confined. So I've set this up in VS Code as a CGI, as a Git repository. Now, out there on the Git, I'll just use this. Out there on the Git, I have my Grasshopper repository. Now, what's here isn't synced with what's here. And that's what I want to do, so that any changes I make here will automatically sync, or can be synced. It won't be automatic. I have to upload it to the repository. So how do I do that? Well, that's what we're going to try to figure out. So let's start a new chat. Okay. I'm still working on the VPS migration of my website. It might remember some of that, it might not. I have a VPS up and running with caddy serving static files and a Docker based Apache serving CGI using scripts from a shared volume on the VPS. I am using VS Code to edit directly on the VPS. It doesn't matter if I work on live code. I'm the only user. Okay. The scripts I'm working on are collectively called Grasshopper. And are located at, where are they located at? Let's open my terminal. Terminal. PWD. Less. There's site. Okay. Let's copy that. See, it's nice to have the terminal right there. Okay, back here. Site CGI. Bam. I also have Grasshopper repository on GitHub at, I might as well give it the location. And come back here to, there it is. With the same code. However, the two versions of Grasshopper are not in sync. They're close, but they're not quite. Version I am working with on the VPS does not yet upload, i.e. is not connected or associated with the GitHub Grasshopper repository. That's some typing. Can I make this bigger? You'd think I could, but I can't seem to. Why not? Oh, I'm hitting shift. There, that's a bit easier for you to read, right? I want to sync the two versions of Grasshopper. Right now, the version I have on the VPS is the version I want to keep. All right. Some pretty significant instructions for ChatGPT. Let's see what it says. Yes, exactly. Okay, first, step 1. Safely snapshot and confirm Git state. Now, here's what I'm going to do too. This is something I learned last time. I'm going to use this as my main chat window, but if I get stuck in one of these steps, I'm going to open a secondary chat window to deal with that. It's kind of weird, but let's just get rid of the cPanel DNS for now. I don't need these. I don't need this. I don't need this. I might, let's leave that for now. I don't need this. This is the Cloudflare dashboard. I'll leave that. The old ethics I don't need. Okay, back to this. And I don't need the channel count. I'm just trying to simplify things. And what is this? That's my email. I don't need that either. Minimize. Okay, there we go. A little cleaning up I should have done before starting the video, but hey, you know. All right, so safety snapshot and confirm Git state. Okay. So I'm in. Okay. Oh, I see what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna go. Is this already a GitHub? Okay, already in step 1. Okay, we're gonna go. I believe this is where the Git repo is. So let's start there. See, this is the problem with these multiple step things. Initialize the Git commit. Okay. All right. So let's restate this. I should have told it where the Git. See, it's my own fault. Okay, but let's. Okay. There. Now let's ask it if it's a Git repo. I need to arrange these so I can just click to move between them. And we'll just pull this up a bit. And pull this up a bit. What's that? Oh, I don't need that either. And now I can pull this down a bit. There we go. Now it's easy to just switch between them. All right, back here. Okay, git rev parse. Okay, so we'll ask it that. True. And then we'll make a time stamped. So I'm going to give it this here so that it knows. Repo is at serve at grasshopper. Oh, it's all lowercase. Make sure the repo's top level status is clean and understandable. Okay. Get remote V. On branch master, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Master, that's this command here. Stop tracking. Okay. Copy that. All right. There's no remote yet, add it first. Read only check first. Okay. There is no remote. So we'll copy this code. Okay. Result. Oops, missed a U there. It probably would have figured it out, but okay, and we'll paste that back. SSH key isn't set up for GitHub. Okay, so let's paste this output, see what it says. Clean working tree and the origin is set. Okay, next we'll push the VPS master up, but in a way that guarantees we don't accidentally overwrite something on GitHub without seeing it. That's what we want to do. So we'll fetch the GitHub rebs, no merging. So git fetch origin. Okay, I assume when I mean origin, well, let's ask it. Let's not assume. So I'm going to move this over to here so it's easy to just add a secondary. Where's my, there we go. ChatGPT. Okay, so when I type this command, what do I mean by origin? Origin's just a nickname. The default remote name that gives to the repository you originally cloned from. The remote is another copy of the okay. You can usually see it with git remote v. Okay, let's try that. Just making sure. Okay, okay, so that's the name origin, and then that's where we're fetching from. That's okay. I guess there's two, right? Fetching and pushing. So fetch, git fetch origin means contact a remote and download any new commits I don't have yet. Fetch does not change anything I'm working with. It only updates the remote tracking branches. Okay, yeah, I get that. So I actually have two versions now in my computer somewhere. I have the local one I'm working with, and then I have the origin somewhere else. Okay. Nothing special, nothing magical. One line mental model, origin, the place this repo came from. Do it. Git fetch. Downloads new commits from origin. Updates remote tracking branch. Does not touch anything. Git pull is git fetch plus integrating the changes into my current branch. Yeah. So I always want to be careful. Why pros prefer fetch first? You inspect before you integrate. No surprise merges, more control. Fetch is look, pull is look and change. Right, okay. Merge versus rebase. This one saves careers. Yes, do it. Just making sure I have all these concepts straight in my mind, because I've struggled with Git all my life. Okay, Git merge versus Git rebase. Git merge means, okay, the origin combines the histories as they are, creates a merge commit, branch structure is preserved. So it's bring the two branches together and record what happened. Rebase replays your commits on top of another branch. Pretend I started my work from here instead. Yeah. Side by side. Okay. Merge. The history is preserved. The merge commit. Linear history, note. Safe on shared branches, yes. The golden rule. Never rebase commits you've already pushed and shared. Rebase is for local cleanup, your own feature branches. Merge is for shared branches, team safety, auditable history. Merge is honest history. Rebase is clean history. Okay, all good. Let's go back here. So what we've done is now we have a version. Now we're going to check whether GitHub master exists and would conflict. Copy code. So we're going to list the heads for origin master, git log, one line, decorate. Okay, Okay, let's see what this does. And yeah, I didn't know what git log and all of that did, but let's see what it does. Okay. The authenticity of host, yes. Okay. Let's get myself a little more room here to look at this. Okay. Permission denied, public key, could not read from remote repository. Okay. All right, so I don't have key-based access to that remote repository, but I'll bet you I could establish it. Maybe even with the correct. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's just put this up. It's going to note this error. All right, not authenticated, so fetch push can't work. Your local repo is fine. Switch the remote to HTTPS and push using GitHub personal access token. Pat. Okay. So change the origin to HTTPS. Probably should have been that in the first place. Well, what did I have it as? It always was. Okay, so I don't need to do this technically, but I'll do it anyways. Whoops. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. HTTPS. Try safe fetch again. Okay. All right. If it prompts for credentials, but it didn't. Okay, so let's tell it that. It didn't prompt for credentials. Fetch work. Pushing will still require authentication, but we can proceed safely. Key point, GitHub's default branch is main and your VPS branch is master. Let's not overwrite main. We'll push your VPS master to a new branch on GitHub first, and then we can compare and merge. Okay, but I'd rather use a key to access GitHub than the password. I know it's a side quest, but key to access and a password, so I don't have to always enter passwords when I'm working with it. It in VS Code. Makes sense. Let's set up the SSH key auth on the VPS. Oh, create an SSH key on the VPS. Oh, that's interesting. So this is different from the SSH key that I'm using. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's do that. We'll set up the SSH key. Enter passphrase 4. You can set one. I don't want one. All right, generated a random art image. Public key has been set. Okay. I'm just going to copy all this, put it in. I have a file off to the side where I record this kind of stuff. Okay. All right. Back to this. Start SSH agent and load the key. Agent PID, identity added, Ubuntu, okay, VPS Grasshopper, okay. Copy the public key, we'll be pasting that into GitHub. So that's this. Now, we need to check. Yeah. Here. Copy the entire line it prints. Okay. Add in GitHub. So we'll go to GitHub, to settings. Oh, we'll have to sign in. Okay. Autofill. In. All right, so we'll go into settings. And then, what did it say? Settings, SSH and GPG keys. I don't see that anywhere. Danger zone. Okay, I don't see this in settings anywhere. I don't see H and GPG keys in settings. Oh, okay. You're looking in the right account settings, not the repo settings. To go, okay. Go here, profile picture top right, settings. Okay. seeing it. In the left sidebar, scroll down to Access. Don't see that. Account, appearance, accessibility. Oh, Access, okay. Oh, there it is. SSH and GPG keys. Okay. A list, possibly empty. A green new SSH key button. New SSH key. Okay. Type VPS Grasshopper. VPS Grasshopper. Oops, let's get that right. All right. Key type authentication key. That's what it is. And then the key, paste the full line. Okay. And then add. It didn't say add, but I see my add. Key is invalid. No problem. Then I clicked save. I got so we just have to make the key in the right. Pasted the private key. No, I don't think so. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Oops. What you want to see. WC should be 1. All right, let's do these one at a time. Or wait, let's come back here. We'll run this one first. Okay. So that's the private key, that's the public key. Should be 1. 1. Okay. And then head. And there it is. That's the top line. That's right. 1 line. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been sending it. Keep going into here. Copy that key exactly. Copy code. Okay. Okay, now copy that key exactly. No spaces before or after. Okay, very careful. No spaces before or after. I've copied it. Let's confirm, yes. And there's no new line characters or anything in it. Okay. Paste the output of. Okay, so we'll do that. It's perfectly valid. Open SSH. Okay. So we'll do it again. We'll go back. New SSH key. VPS grasshopper. Right? Yep. VPS grasshopper. Authentication key. Paste this. Okay, and there's no extra spaces at the end or at the beginning. Okay. Okay. We haven't done that. Click save. Huh. Okay, I have successfully added the key. Don't know what I did before. Probably an extra space or a line feed or something. Okay, immediately verify from the VPS. Okay. All right. Now switch the repo back to SSH. Okay, so we're going to set the origin to SSH. So we're going to remote set URL origin. Okay, and then that's okay. It's not a command. That's kind of weird. All right, let's try that again. Copy code. All right, back where we were. Push your VPS master to a new branch on GitHub. Okay. So let's have a look. We're going to go back. Okay, we don't need this screen anymore. We can go back to the repository. And we'll go into Downs Grasshopper. Okay. So this is the top. And all I have is main. So, and for it's over the years, they changed it from master to main for obvious reasons. Okay. So I'll push my master to my repository. Okay, let's have a look. VPS master had pushed 2 seconds ago. Let's reload this. Oh no, let's not touch this. Compare and pull request. Aha! Okay. So we're just using the name master as a branch. Okay. So this is technically a pull request. I've made a pull request on my own repository. Step 2, push your VPS master to a new branch on GitHub. date. All right. After that, you have your VPS code on GitHub as VPS master, and you can use GitHub's PRUI, pull request user interface, to compare the two and decide whether to merge or replace. Lovely. If you paste the output of the push, I'll tell you the cleanest move. Okay. So I'll give you all of this. All right. Let's see. Mission accomplished. You did this exactly right. Yes, I did. Okay, current state, safe and clean. My VPS version is on GitHub as branch VPS master, nothing touched, main or home, right. My local master is tracking origin VPS master. SSH auth is working, okay. So my VPS code is now the authoritative copy on GitHub. Perfect. What I recommend next, make VPS master the new default. Yeah. So if VPS code is the real Grasshopper now, on GitHub, go to settings, branches, change default branch from main to VPS master. Oh, I see. Okay. If you want to review the differences before replacing, actually I do. Click the GitHub link printed. This is slower but gives visibility. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Copy, and we'll go into GitHub. That's probably what this does too. Oh no, this is different. Okay. We'll just leave that and open a new window and go there. Comparing changes. There isn't anything to compare. Okay, we'll come back here. I went with option B, but it said okay, since you want to make and you can ignore main or replace main. I do want the branch name to be main going forward. Fetch and verify what you're about to replace. Okay, run on the VPS. Okay, do that. Okay, I want to keep the default branch named main, which I do. Force with lease. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. All right. Probably. Okay. Sanity check, optional but smart. Clean working tree. Okay. Unmaster. This makes main exactly your VPS. Okay. It's going to overwrite the GitHub's main branch. Uses the VPS history as the new truth. Refuses to run if main changed unexpectedly on GitHub. All right, we'll do that. And interesting. I have no idea what that means. This is a naming mismatch, not a problem. Okay. Local branch name, remote branch name. There is no local branch name. Right. I don't know what this is. Right. Okay. Okay. Now we forced the update. Point of no return. Why this works. Didn't clobber any unexpected changes. Okay, after it succeeds, which it did, git fetch origin. Okay, aligning my, okay, so we're going to fetch the origin and git branch u origin main. Okay, branch master set up to track origin main. Okay. Once you've confirmed main looks right on GitHub, let's do that. Grasshopper, this is main. Oh yeah, okay. It's got all this stuff. Yeah. There's all my stuff. There's my git ignore that I spent so much time fussing with the other day. May add more. Okay. 3 branches now. VPS master, active branch, VPS master, default main. Right, so the old one is still there. See, this is all the old stuff. It's still there from several years ago. But this is brand new. Okay. Perfect. That's what I want. Okay. Come back here. And we'll delete the VPS master. Okay, let's see what changed. Yeah. My branch, it's home from several years ago, still there. But my branch main, which is my default now, very nice. That's the way I like it. Okay, so I haven't lost anything. All right, so we'll just this is lovely. This worked much better than I thought it would. Okay, I'll just paste this in. single corrected push command. If head and origin main are different, they're not different. No. If head and origin main are different. Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to check what branches exist on GitHub now. Right, and there should just be the two. Origin head is origin main. Okay, head is the default. Okay. All right. Should say origin main and maybe origin home. Yeah. Compare your local head with GitHub main. These are identical. These are identical. Okay, they are identical. They're both identical. Oops. If they are different, they are not different. If they are the same, you're already done, and we'll just align your local branch name tracking. Git branch master main, branch master set to track origin main. Okay. Paste the output of step 2. I think I'm good. All right. So the output of step 2 was everything from that first reverse parse head command. There. I'm fully synced now. VPS master is deleted. Clean. My local branch is named main and now tracks. Quick confirmation. From here on, your normal workflow is just git add and git push. Add something, commit it, and then push it. So you never get prompted. Okay. Let's do that. That seems like a good idea. Yes, do this. Make sure it uses the right SSH key automatically. Even the most reliable approaches. Option A is recommended. Okay. This keeps your key passphrase protected, but it won't be asked repeatedly. Okay, so enable a persistent SSH agent socket. No pass. Okay, this is what I prefer, the no passphrase deploy key. Less secure, but common on single user VPS setups, which is mine. There is currently no passphrase. On the key. I prefer option D. Okay. I don't need an agent at all, exactly. And the main thing is to make sure SSH always picks that key. Right. Okay. On the VPS, make dir. Okay. I think that's already there though, isn't it? Let's do these one at a time. Okay, so this is for Ubuntu. Okay, so we've made a .ssh directory in Ubuntu, and now we're going to chmod it. So that gives the user permissions, but blocks everyone else even from reading it. And now we need to paste. Okay, so for the host, this is the file that we use. All right. So basically we're telling SSH config for the host name. So when I use SSH for the host name GitHub, use user get, I'm going to use this key file, identities only, and that's it. And then finally, I'm going to protect this. I'm going to make it read only for the user. That'll protect me from accidentally trying to execute it or change it later. Quick verification. Right, we're going to try to SSH in. Right, I've successfully authenticated, but GitHub does not provide shell access, which is what I expected. If not, okay, well, okay. One last. Will it work? If that succeeds, you're done. Okay. Let's do that. It will succeed. Ooh, did a whole bunch of stuff. Beautiful. It's just showing which key is offering. Okay, that worked. Okay. There's always more. Lockdown key permissions. Git always use SSH for this repo. I'm going to make this an episode. This is a good, successful episode, so that's a bit unusual. But yeah, I need more coffee anyways. So yeah, that's it. It's an episode. And then we'll move into the big challenge of moving my main .ca website over. That's going to be a tough one.